IntellivisionDude here, and this is just a random video with me talking about different things. First things first, I was going to tell you about all the things that I passed up on. This one, I almost want to kick myself because I really want it. It is a Rock'em Sock'em Robots. You get it for $8. It was the re-release that they did in the 2000s, and only $8 sounds like a great deal. And he's had it there for a while because he had it there a couple months ago, and for some reason no one wants to buy it. Next time I go, I might be tempted to buy it. Karate Kid for the NES, $3. That's probably a common game anyway. A Mad Magazine board game for $8. But it looked like it was kind of worn. It looked like it had been sitting out in the sun for a long time, kind of look to it. So I passed it up. It's really not worth a whole lot anyway, I guess. I've seen them on eBay for about the same price. A set of Atari paddles for $5. That's something I normally would pick up, but this time I passed. Because I could always resell them or use them as a trade bait for other things. And all the overpriced stuff. Like someone had a PS2 multi-tap for $20. I thought that was a little pricey. It's flea market. You don't want to see that kind of prices at a flea market. Some of these people are ridiculous. VHS tapes, $2 and $3 a piece. Like, come on. I went to the guy with the 25-cent VHS tapes. His movies were flying off the shelves. These $2 and $3 ones, no one's buying those. Those people are stupid. And I want to complain about all the sun-faded stuff. These people bring the same stuff week in, week out. They set it out in the sun. Sometimes they just leave it there. I mean, it's stuff you wouldn't even want to touch. It looks like it's almost melted because it's been sitting in the sun too long. And they think people still want to buy their crap. Like they're selling ink pens and batteries and games and sometimes games, but like the pens are probably dried up. The batteries are probably dried up too with the sun beating down on them. These people are so stupid at these flea markets sometimes. And so, since we're on the subject of flea markets, any of the stuff that I bought today, especially the Dreamcast games, if anything interested you, just give me a message. But I'll probably be doing a video soon of the games that I do want. Games that I do want to trade for. There are some Atari games, some Intellivision games that I'm looking for. Nothing real expensive, mainly just the common stuff. But I looked at all these Dreamcast games, and besides the cases being a little rough, most of the discs were in great shape. Some of them had some maybe minor scratches at most. This one probably had the most because it was the one that wasn't in the case. Some of the cases are cracked, some are just dusty, just need to be cleaned up. But some of the games were almost mint, minor scratches at most. I might play these first before I trade them, or sell them. Almost all these games were great shape. Ace Combat 3, great shape. I'm gonna keep the Williams Arcade one though. I'm gonna try out this Crimson Skies. Gran Turismo 2 is not my thing either. I might keep these games, but anyway. Gran Turismo 2 looks like it's been through a lot. The Sims games is what really interested me. But who knows, I might sell them anyway. I could probably get a bunch for the whole set. Metallica CDs. The Metallica Black was missing. Dough. But the Metallica Reload, that's for sale. Good shape too, I think, if I remember right. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you about my trip to one of the local arcades. I kind of feel ashamed that I live here and I don't go out too much. I don't get out enough. I don't go out into town. I always look at town as a tourist trap because I live in a tourist town. it always had the outlook, stay away from town unless you have to go there. Stay away. So I don't go out in it too often. And there's actually a few arcades. Tourist trap arcades, but they're arcades nonetheless. Plus I got a tip from someone saying they had an upstairs arcade in one of them, and he remembers seeing a lot of retro games. Well, I went into one, no retro arcades, all just new stuff. New stuff and the con games that will take your money. You know, like the chance games. But they had a few of the newer driving games, but those don't interest me. So I went into I went to the other one where it does have an upstairs, but they're closed for the season. Doe, once again. So I can't even go there right now when I have time. So I finally went to the third one across the street, and they had one retro game, Miss Pac-Man. And on my second game, I got 59,830 points. I surprised myself. I was rocking it. Miss Pac-Man. And it was the sped up Miss Pac-Man. You know, where the game sped up almost like a double speed. Damn, that thing was fast. I'm so shocked that I did so good, because I sucked at the game when I was a kid. Really, really sucked at the game when I was a kid. And I did better than my high score challenge that I did for the 2600. Man, I crushed it. They also had a couple House of the Deads. They had House of the Dead 1. I played that a couple times, but I got bored of it. That's a game I'd rather play at home. House of the Dead 2 was sitting too close to the door with the light shining in on the screen, so you couldn't even see the screen. Gee, these people are idiots. And they also had Guitar Hero arcade, but I didn't play that. I just played Miss Pac-Man a couple times, House of the Dead a couple times, so I probably won't go there that often, unless I just get a Miss Pac-Man fix. Or when the season starts, maybe I'll check out that other one and see if there is really retro arcades upstairs. And an update on these handhelds, if anybody was even wondering, they do work. I've been playing them both, and they're both great. I don't know if you can see that on screen. It might be too bright, but it might be better if I show this in the dark one day. Yeah, I'll do a video of these one day when I got the lighting right in here. But they both work, and they are the reissues. I didn't even realize it when I bought them. I just saw handhelds. They said they work, and I grabbed them up. You know, I didn't even think reissue or not reissue. So sometimes I do not think when I buy things. I just grab and buy, and I run. And that's one of my downfalls. But they both worked. Reissue or not, they're great. I don't care if they're reissues, actually. And also, at the end of this video, I'm going to add on a video that I recorded a week ago to help out my friend IntellivisionDude. He has some NES satellite problems. So stay tuned for that. And before I forget, the Spork will be on eBay soon. Well, not really. Well, I could if you wanted me to. If someone would actually bid on it, I'd put it on eBay. Because you know how rare it is. It's still sealed in the plastic. This is a collector's item. IntellivisionDude here. And my buddy has a problem. He bought this Nintendo NES satellite, but he thinks he forgot to buy the receiver part that hooks onto your Nintendo, because he says it's wireless. He thinks it may have been in the store, but he didn't know what it was at the time when he bought it. Does anybody out there have one for sale, for trade? Or any info on it? Because I guess he needs one. So any help at all would be appreciated. And thanks for watching.